I really wanted to enjoy this book, just like I have with every other High Republic story, but in the end, I just didn't. The story had a lot of potential, and there were many aspects of it that I liked, but there wasn't anything that made me want to keep coming back to the book, resulting in it taking me almost 2 months to finish it. I don't want to put the entire blame for that on the book, but after a while, the story started to seem bland to me, and I just wasn't interested anymore. When I first learned that the story was set on Corellia and the core, I was very excited to get to know more about the planet beyond what we saw in Solo. And for the most part, I think that the story did a good job of this. The entire premise of the Nihil working their way into the core was interesting, but once they were revealed and the action increased, I found it hard to keep my interest in the story. One of the highlights of this book, in my opinion, were some of the characters. Although the 2 Jedi Masters present throughout the book, I really enjoyed getting to spend more time with the younger Jedi from the Adventures comic run. The book is able to get inside their head and provide more information about their relationships. Having the story set on Corellia also allowed for a wide variety of characters and species to be a part of the book, while still making sense. This is definitely not the High Republic book that you would want to start with. It felt very reliant on having read previous stories, some more than others. Many of the characters from Into the Dark are a part of the story, and because Older also writes the High Republic Adventures comic, there were many references to that comic as well. I don't think it's necessary to have read the other stories prior to this book, but I found the story to be confusing for a while after the references got to a point in the comic that I hadn't reached yet. While I didn't love this book, if you're someone who has been keeping up with the High Republic era, I would still recommend reading through this. The story is fairly self-contained, but there are a lot of important character moments that I could see being important down the line. I would also be interested to know if the reading experience was different for anyone who didn't read the Falling Star before this book, because in my opinion, knowing the outcome of that book already lessened the stakes for the story. While the characters and story premise are intriguing, the book lacks a key point to keep the reader engaged throughout the story, earning a rating of 7 out of 10. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and comment down below what content you'd like to see in the future. As always, thank you all for watching, and remember,
the Force will be with you, always.